And good morning, my YouTube fans. Admiral Preparedness here. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. For all you folks out there who are beginner preppers, follow me along as I go into my favorite Walmart and show you the items that you would like to purchase that you could put in your prepping supplies. We're going to cover food, medicine, clothing, tools, survival equipment, things that you need to keep in your survival protection. This is going to be a series of videos, so stay tuned for more. Okay folks, the first thing you need to get is a wheel cart that works fine. Don't be one of those folks that doesn't have a good cart. It'll drive you nuts while you're out shopping. Aromatherapy is very important in times of crisis. These little guys here are not very expensive and they can mellow you out quickly. Lamp oil. It's very important if you're going to use these little lamps to have some of the oil around. They don't go bad, so if your budget allows it, 1 or 2 bottles of lamp oil. Well folks, we hit the jackpot when it comes to appliances. A lot of these guys here are energy hogs. So remember, if you have the ability to keep the power on, don't deprive yourself of those luxuries. But I've seen these things before. They are great to have around if you can afford them. For those folks out there who prepare their own food, these little toaster ovens and convection ovens will use that energy you produce very stingily. They will use it very well. Smaller microwaves are also a good hedge against energy consumption. They do use a lot less power than the large kind. Appliances during an SHT event can be a trying event unless you have the power available. If you've got battery backup, inverters, you have solar, wind, you can still use your appliances. It's just the upkeep, washing them, cleaning them. If you're in a group, a lot of people are there, these guys would be a lifesaver. When those people come to eat, they want to sit down and have that food right away. So if you have a group and you can have electricity, don't throw away your appliances. There are 50 ways to make coffee. Coffee filters, you can stock up on those also. But remember, they can be used for other things. But when push comes to shove, the old kettle is still the standby. And they're not very expensive at all either. When it comes to personal hygiene, none of this stuff here has a definite shelf life, except for razors. When the supply stops and you don't have any razors, well, that hair is just going to keep growing and growing and growing. So remember, personal hygiene's up to you, dental health-wise, mental health-wise. If you stink, nobody's going to want to be around you. I'd say have at least a 6-month supply of bar soap, maybe a 2-month supply of shampoo, because guess what? Your hair can be cut off. Hair does not know. Personal protection for females is obviously an utmost importance. So if you have females in your situation, or you want to make sure you can barter, they make great barter items, feminine products. All of your cold and flu and sinuses and the aspirins and all this stuff has life expectancies, so at least go through them regularly. If you're not very ill, you don't need a lot. If you want to use it for barter, vacuum seal everything. Isopropyl alcohol, 91%, is excellent to use for your stoving, your cooking, and for your hygiene and disinfectant. We can talk about clothing forever and ever and ever, but make sure you have the right clothing for the right time of year in your bug out bags. Have your seasonal bug out bags if you can afford it, or go through them as the season change. Remember, staying dry is the ultimate importance during a bug out event. Once you get wet, your body starts to decrease in temperature rapidly because of the convection or deconvection, or whatever you want to call it. How the body's heat is lost. Remember, 1 is none, 2 is 2, 2 is 1, 3 is 2. I'll have to delete this whole section, sorry. That does it for this episode, folks. Stay tuned for more. Admiral Preparedness here. Always be prepared.